Our topic is about biome and the role of climate. A biome is a large area characterized by its vegetation, soil, climate, and wildlife. There are five types of biomes: the aquatic, grassland, forest, desert, and tundra. Though some of these biomes can be further divided into more specific categories such as freshwater, marine, savanna, tropical rainforest, temperate rainforest, and taiga. Aquatic biomes include both freshwater and marine biomes. Freshwater biomes are bodies of water surrounded by land such as ponds, rivers, and lakes that have a salt content of less than 1%. Marine biomes cover close to three-quarters of Earth's surface. Marine biomes include the ocean, coral reefs, and estuaries. Grasslands are open regions that are dominated by grass and have a warm, dry climate. There are two types of grassland: the tropical grasslands, sometimes called savannas, and the temperate grasslands. Savannas are found closer to the equator and have a few scattered trees. They cover almost half of the continent of Africa as well as areas of Australia, India, and South America. The temperate grasslands are found farther away from the equator in South Africa, Hungary, Argentina, Uruguay, North America, and Russia. They do not have any trees or shrubs and receive less precipitation than savannas. Prairies and steppes are two types of temperate grasslands. Prairies are characterized as having taller grasses, while steppes have shorter grasses.
Forests are dominated by trees and cover about one-third of the earth. Forests contain much of the world's terrestrial biodiversity, including insects, birds, and mammals. The three major forest biomes are temperate forest, tropical forest, and boreal forest, or also known as taiga. These forest types occur at different latitudes and therefore experience different climatic conditions. Temperate forests are found at the higher latitudes and experience all four seasons. Tropical forests are warm, humid, and found close to the equator. Boreal forests are found at even higher latitudes and have the coldest and driest climate, where precipitation occurs primarily in the form of snow.
Deserts can fall into four categories according to their geographic location or climatic conditions: hot and dry, semi-arid, coastal, and cold. A tundra has extremely inhospitable conditions, with the lowest measured temperatures of any of the five major biomes, with average yearly temperature ranging from -34 to 12 degrees Celsius. They also have a low amount of precipitation, just 15 to 25 centimeters per year, as well as poor quality soil, nutrients, and short summers. There are two types of tundra: the Arctic and Alpine. The tundra does not have much biodiversity and vegetation is simple, including shrubs, grasses, mosses, and lichens. This is partly due to a frozen layer under the soil surface called permafrost. The Arctic tundra is found north of boreal forest, and the alpine tundra is found on mountains where the altitude is too high for trees to survive. Any wildlife inhabiting the tundra must be adapted to its extreme condition to survive.
What do temperature, wind, and rain have in common? They are all part of climate. The statistical summary of temperature, humidity, atmospheric pressure, wind, rainfall, other meteorological measurements in a given region over long periods. In other words, it is dry or wet, hot or cold, or humid, and it is these abiotic factors that help determine the nature of a biome. Terrestrial biomes. If you look at the two pictures in figure below, you will see a very few similarities. The picture on the left shows a desert in Africa, then the picture of the right shows a rainforest in Australia. The desert doesn't have any visible plants, whereas the rainforest is densely packed with trees. So, what explains these differences?
Sahara Desert in northern Africa, rainforest in northeastern Australia. Two very different biomes are pictured here. A biome is a group of similar ecosystems with the same general abiotic factors and primary producers. Both are found roughly in same distance from the equator. Terrestrial biomes include all the land areas on Earth where organisms live. The distinguishing features of terrestrial biomes are determined mainly by climate. Terrestrial biomes include tundras, temperate forests and grasslands, chaparral, temperate and tropical deserts, and tropical forests and grasslands.
Climate. Climate is the average weather in an area over a long period of time. Weather refers to the condition of the atmosphere from day to day. Climate is generally described in terms of temperature and moisture. Climate and plant growth. Plants are the major producers in terrestrial biomes. They have five basic needs: air, warmth, sunlight, water, and nutrients. The growing season is a period of time each when it is warm and wet enough for plants to grow. The growing season may last all year in a hot, wet climate, but just a few months in a colder or drier climate. Plants grow best in soil that contains plenty of nutrients and organic matter. Both are needed to soil when plant litter and dead organisms decompose. Decomposition occurs too slowly in cold climates and too quickly in hot. Wet climates are nutrients and organic matter to accumulate. Temperature climates usually have the best soil for plant growth.
Organisms evolve adaptations that help them survive in a climate of the biome where they live. For example, in biomes with arid climates, plants may have special tissues for storing water. In biomes with cold climates, plants may adapt by becoming dormant during the coldest part of the year. Dormancy is a state in which a plant shows down cellular activities and may shed its leaves. Animals also adapt to cold temperatures. One way is with insulation in the form of fur and fat. This is how polar bears stay warm.